also with us today. So our first session is about the network. It's about our implementation, it's about our achievements, about our challenges. And today we will have 5 partners, 5 different organizations from different countries who are working with different target groups, with a different projects, with different age of children and young people, promoting social and financial education. We will hear an experience from Turkey about online sessions for school children. We'll hear the experience from Ukraine on inclusion and social financial education for children and young people with disabilities. That's innovation from Armenia, from involving the board games as the instrument of promoting social financial literacy. Project approach from Balkans for empowering youth people and employability, and reaching to most vulnerable in Slovakia. That's our speakers from today. And so I would like to give a flow one by one to our speakers. We will start with ORAF, Turkey, then Ukraine, School of Equal Opportunities and NGO Garmonia, then Armenia, COAF and Sparkase Foundation, then Gordana from Balkan projects, and then our representatives from Slovakia with their experience. So that's their speaker will know how the agenda. We are asking all people, all speakers to speak up to 7-8 minutes, so then we will be able to ask the questions. Again, please write your questions. I think it would be better if we are writing questions down in the chat, and depends on the language, either me or Diana, we will read the questions out, and we will and the speakers will answer the questions. So I would like to invite Dimir from Turkey. I have not seen him on the screen. I hope, Dinçer, that you can hear us.
Yeah, I am here.
Yeah, good. Nice to hear you.
I'm waiting for my turn.
Yeah, super. Nice to hear you. Yeah, floor is yours. 5-7 minutes, your experience, please.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to say, if I am true, privet to everybody and hello to everybody. I studied for it. We have very limited time, and I think that we have to go slow, if I'm right, for interpretation, but I will try to explain very effectively in a very limited time. Can I share my screen for a presentation?
Yes, you can try. If it's not working, then please send it to me and I will share.
Is it okay?
That works perfectly. Yeah, that's good.
Let's start from in Turkey. We are applying this Aflatoun program with the name of Beştaş, 5 stones in English, social and financial leadership program. And as you know, because of the pandemic, we cannot come together with the students. It's a big issue for us. So I think this is the problem of all of you, I think. So we thought that we had 2 options. One of them is to stop this program for this year or create and develop a new model. So we developed a new model which is eligible for remote learning. And again, we redesigned our program. This is what I'm going to show you with details. And these are the basic components of our new model. First of all, in the previous years, we used to reach some parts of Turkey, not all of not all parts of Turkey regarding of the operational issues, because it was not easy to reach all of the cities in Turkey. But now we tried to transform the disadvantage of this process as an advantage. So we are able to reach all parts of Turkey if they are willing to be part of this program. Our target group was 3rd, 4th, 6th, and 7th graders, and the reason that we didn't prefer the other classrooms was number 5, the 5th grade or the 8th grade was the first and the last part of their level, so that was not easy for them to get adapted for remote learning, because they need to get adapted to their new schools, or they need to get prepared for the exams. So it was not very reasonable for them to be a part of this program. So and also we provide, let's say from that point, as ERA we have an online platform which is called eCampus. It's a kind of online learning platform. We are going to provide a digital content which is asynchronous supplementary resources. Teachers, parents, and students will be able to learn on their own site by these digital content. From our new model, we have 4 basic points. These are the 4 basic components of our model. The number 1 is e-mentorship support. We have 21 mentors, which are the educators of ERAV. ERAV is an NGO which is originated for teacher training. So our teacher trainers are going to be mentors. These e-mentors are going to give feedback, will provide guidance, monitoring, and evaluation during the process. What are they going to give feedback, and what are they going to monitor is the online goals behind it. Every month we are going to give online goals. These online goals are going to include the basic themes of Aflatoun. I am going to show it later on. And each month, the students and the teachers are going to deal with and work with these themes, and they are going to be able to understand and comprehend the basics and the mindset of these themes. And masterclass is another part of it. Since we are not going to come together face to face, that we thought that we cannot give everything that we have to teachers and to learners. So we need to improve their expertise with master classes. Each month we are going to provide a master class for teachers and the parents. So they are going to have some mastering and expertise on the related theme. And after 5 months, which means the 5 themes, all the teachers and the students as a team, they are going to apply for our hackathon. On this hackathon, we are going to give them a situation and a problem. So we are going to expect them to solve that problem with regard of the themes of Aflatoun program. This is the steps. This month we are going to start with thought and informing teachers and kickoff. And in November, their first goal is going to be about personal understanding and exploration. We are going to write some activities which are related to these themes. When the teachers and students are going to apply these activities, we expect that they are going to get the main understanding of each themes. And after November, and between 2 themes, they are going to have master class, which is going to be related to the first theme. And then again, the second one, the other one. When they complete all the goals, and when they join all the master classes, they are going to get a chance to join the hackathon. And during this hackathon, some juries and some supervisors and mentors are going to evaluate their projects, and if they are eligible to do, they are going to implement their projects to solve a problem from the perspectives of social and financial enterprise. Then we are going to report, we are expecting to report it in May. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher. Very interesting experience, interesting presentation, how you're going to do the social financial education online. I would like to ask you the question, if you already revise in the curricula the materials for children, and if yes, how long did it take, and how many sessions from the curriculum can be taken online? What's your experience?
You mean the digital content that we are going to make a video on for the e-platform, right?
Yes.
And as we are going to take as basement of the 5 themes, so of course we cannot give all the program and all the outcomes for the target group, but we are going to give the main idea. Now we are working on the videos and the curriculum. When it's completed, I can give you some more details about it, but our main objective is to give the main idea, the mindset. With the master classes, they are going to go deeper to be able to understand the outcomes and the objectives of the themes.
Thank you. Is there any questions for Dinçer and for online methods of implementation social and financial education in Turkey? So maybe Dinçer, if you can stop sharing your screen, that we will be able to see the hands.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is a question if we can get the presentations. Yes, sure, that would be possible. Afterwards, we will combine all the presentations together and we will be able to share it with all participants. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much, Dinçer, for your presentation. So in case, please, if there is going to be more questions, please write them down in a chat, and then we will address them to the respective partners for answering the questions. Yeah, I would like to give a floor to our Ukrainian partner, School of Equal Opportunities and NGO Garmonia, who will tell about their experience of inclusion and social financial education for children with disabilities. Yeah.
Добрый день. Слышно меня? Так, включила, да? Добрый день, наилучшие пожелания. Приветствую, Татьяна, рада видеть всех. Самая лучезарная команда мира. И хочу сказать, что именно программа социально-финансового образования Афлатуна, она меняет просто сознание всей цивилизации. И я вас всех приветствую, первопроходцев, в этом направлении. Я Светлана Сулимова. Представляю Винницкую организацию «Школа равных возможностей». Я кандидат наук, помощник мэра на общественных началах и человек, который проводит тренинги, прошла сертификацию всех программ как тренер в Афлатуне. И хочу сегодня сказать о том, что у нас с 2012 года организация внедряет программу Афлатун в городе Винницы благодаря поддержке мэра, департамента образования. Эта программа очень хорошо работает в школах, а особенно с 2013 года она стала прекрасно вообще работать в детских садах города. И благодаря этой команде неравнодушных воспитателей в 2016 году данная программа стала внедрена во все регионы Украины. Детские сады взяли за основу программу Афлатон. Также хочу обрадовать тех, кто сегодня очень присоединился, смотрю, с университетов Украины. У нас уже переведен учебник Афлатин для работы с старшей молодежью от 14 до 18 лет и дальше. Таким образом, сегодня я хочу вас познакомить с новым направлением, которое Винница осваивает. Это неформальное образование. Я нахожусь в прекрасном, вообще космическом центре для людей с инвалидностью «Гармония». И хочу представить вам директора данного центра Алену Чернобрывенко, и она вам расскажет о том, что они делают и собираются делать по данному направлению. Передаю слово.
Добрый день. Меня видно, слышно? Да? Я очень рада вас всех видеть. Для меня большая честь сегодня выступать здесь, да, перед такими прекрасными людьми. И хочу вам рассказать о нашем центре, о нашем сотрудничестве и о наших планах. Могу я включить демонстрацию экрана? Да? Видно?
Да, дело написать. Винница, Москва.
Ой, сейчас, секундочку. Видно презентацию? Да? Да. Хорошо. Хочу вас представить. У нас центр реабилитации «Гармония». Он вот так вот выглядит, это здание. И я хочу сказать, что наш центр – это центр государственный. Он финансируется с государственного бюджета, но мы делаем очень много, это наш коллектив. Мы стараемся в нашем коллективе, у нас много есть равноправия, и у нас мы много говорим и о гендерном равенстве, и также мы говорим о равенстве, потому что это весь наш коллектив, вы видите на фотографии, там у нас и люди с инвалидностью, и люди без инвалидности, мы работаем совместно, мы стараемся все, что мы делаем, вся наша деятельность, с 2002 года мы начинали нашу деятельность, она направлена для того, чтобы повысить качество жизни людей с инвалидностью, и детей, и молодежи, чтобы это было как можно качественней и полноценней. Хочу рассказать о наших программах, и я вам сейчас расскажу, чем мы занимаемся, и вы сами увидите, насколько программа Афлатун подходит ложится на все то, чем мы занимаемся, да? И очень много мы делаем и реабилитационные услуги, там массаж, там разработка, такие моменты, но мы очень много делаем акцент на просветительстве работы, и мы ходим в школы, рассказываем, и также говорим о равных правах и равных обязанностях всех граждан, не только, просто очень часто привыкли говорить о том, что люди, молодежь, у которых есть инвалидность, и у них есть права, но мы говорим о том, что равноправие – это когда есть и права, и обязанности. И у нас есть театральная студия, где мы все вместе инклюзивно объединяемся, мы работаем, это как бы и психологическая такая, и коррекционная работа, наша студия, где мы разные проблемные вопросы проигрываем, как-то так. Также у нас есть программа «Стажировка», о которой мы говорим о том, что, насколько важно, мы даем возможность молодежи, которые уже хотят работать, мы даем им возможность, они приходят, мы заключили договора с разными организациями, молодежь приходит и пробует в течение 2 недель, месяца поработать. Это как бы как стажировка, потому что подключаться в работу нам нужно сопровождать людей с инвалидностью. И сначала мы искали трудоустройство, потом мы видим, это не очень качественно получается, потом мы начали работать над стажировкой. И сейчас мы понимаем, что социально-финансовая грамотность, это нужно начинать раньше, не уже когда люди ищут работу, а вот до того. И вот Светлана Ивановна нам Афлатун донесла до нас, и мы уже решили это в центре сделать как постоянной программой. Ну, есть у нас еще взаимодействие детей с животными, с окружающим миром, о любви к миру. Хочу также сказать, что как мы хотим внедрять, да, как мы хотим внедрять Афлатун в нашу программу. Мы будем делать постоянно, мы уже делаем, у нас уже было несколько встреч, мы будем делать постоянно действующий клуб у нас в центре, который... Мы будем постоянно работать. Сейчас, конечно, разрабатываем такой момент, как онлайн-обучение, потому что пандемия вносит коррективы в наши ряды. Да. Мы сейчас занимаемся переводом учебника, да, на украинский язык. Да. И есть такие планы, мы сначала сделаем, если у нас получится уже в скором будущем сделать этот перевод, мы планируем еще также адаптировать учебник для людей с нарушением зрения. Но это мы пока разрабатываем и ведем переговоры с профессионалами в направлении, как это правильно сделать. Также у нас уже разработана, у нас еще есть такая программа, ярмарка, где мы продаем, это ежегодная, каждый год у нас проходит такая ярмарка, где продаются работы ребят с разных социально незащищенных групп населения. Мы проводим 4 дня такую выставку, вы видите, сколько, это как бы ярмарка, где люди, это альтернативный вид заработка. Мы хотим, чтобы это было правильно, финансово. Мы планируем, у нас, кстати, в 2012 году была представитель секретариата Анна Родригес, да, у нас была, она была на этой ярмарке, она видела это и говорила, что это очень подходит к системе Афлатун. Мы в тот момент мы только узнавали об Афлатун, теперь мы понимаем, что это, да, это то, что возможно и нужно делать. Сейчас мы также уже разработали выкройку Афлатуна, у нас вот меня сзади видно, да, это Светлана Ивановна Сулимова нам принесла такое, а мы уже с нашими ребятами, которые у нас в центре, мы разработали выкройку и будем делать маленькие или большие такие афлатунчики. И мы хотим вместе с полицией, тоже проводили уже такие предварительные переговоры, мы с ними планируем вести такие просветительские беседы, чтобы в каждой машине полиции ездил такой лучик добра. Я понимаю, что время заканчивается, и если закончилась, да.
Когда мы переведем, мы приглашаем.
Да, когда мы переведем наш уже учебник, тогда мы будем делать какую-то такую большую презентацию, и мы приглашаем всех в Украину, в Винницу. Спасибо.
Thank you very much, Olena, and thank you very much, Svetlana. That's really inspiring when we see how the partners in the place reaching the most vulnerable children and the children and young people and give them a hope and give them tools. That's actually what Aflatoun is. It's given a tool to be able to live the fulfilled life with everything what the nature will be giving to you. So thank you very much, Elena and Svetlana, for your presentation. Very inspiring. And yeah, so the partners who would like to reach out to you to share the experience, you are very welcome. Very welcome to do that. We have all the contacts with us. I would like to give a floor to our partners from Armenia, who would like to share, Lilith and Eric, who would like to share their experience and their innovation of using the table games and in the social financial education. Shall I share your presentation from my screen, or you will do it from yours, Lilith?
I can do from my screen. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello, nice to meet you.
Everyone. Nice to meet you too. Hello, everyone. I'm glad to see you all or hear you all. Me and our local partner Eric will present Aflatoun, co-op Aflatoun model, and later Eric will from Savings Bank will introduce savings.
There is some problem with the, we can't hear you, Lilith. Lilith, we can't, Lilith, we can't hear you. Now it's complicated. No, Lilith, we can't hear you. And so we can see the very good picture, but we can't hear. Lilith, there is something happened with your sound.
You hear me or?
Yes, right now, yes. Yeah. Okay. If you can go back, please, because.
To start again?
Yeah, yes, okay. Start again, please. Yes.
Yeah, okay, sorry for this. I will just make sure that my voice won't. So I'm presenting Children of Armenia Fund Co-op, which is an Armenian organization based in Yerevan, and we have started our organization from 2004 in Armenia, and our goal is to develop rural Armenia. Our main pillars are those four pillars: child and family services, education, economic development, and health services. Aflatoun is into educational programs, obviously. Those are about numbers, our beneficiary villages and regions. Till now, since 2004, we have reached out more than 100,000 beneficiaries from 6 regions and 64 villages. Now about Aflatoun. Our implementation plan of Aflatoun consists of 2 years. It's after-school program for 6 to 10 graders, and it consists of 4 levels. We call the first level Discover and Save, where the participants discover their personality and then learn about budgeting and saving. This is based on Aflatoun classic curricula. And the second level, Explore and Dream, this is already Aflatoun plus curricula. Here, the participants explore their community needs and then plan a social project to solve this problem, community problem. And in the next level, which is called Do, they implement their social project. And in the last level, which is the end of the program, we call this Change. They go deeper into employability and entrepreneurial skills and develop their startup ideas. And about Savings Bank, our partnership with Savings Bank, we included the Savings Game and Financial Literacy Toolkit by Savings Bank in our summer program, which takes place in the middle of these 2 years. And during this summer program, the participants practice their saving and budgeting skills through a board game. And I want to invite our partner from the Savings Bank, Eric, who is the country representative of the Savings Bank, to present this tool more in detail. Eric, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Shall I take over?
Yes, please.
Perfect. Then I will share my screen now. 1 second. Here it is. Please tell me if you can see my screen. Good, very well. Okay. So, thank you for the introduction, Didit. That's correct. As mentioned, we as SBFIC, Savings Banks Foundation for International Cooperation, we developed within the last few years several kind of games, board-based training games. One of them is the savings game. So this is a very easy game for people of all ages to learn more about financial, well, in general, about the financial sector, about how to save properly, what to do and what not to do. And I would like to give you a short overview about this. So the most important question, what is the game? And it is based on different rounds. So it's a rounds-based training simulation in which the participants can discover the advantages and the purpose of saving. And this is done in a jointly working team. Basically, it's a teamwork approach where 4 to 5 people form one team. And in the game, it is called one family because they have to make decisions together. And they should not forget that everybody has the same right to speak and everybody's desires and wishes are equally important. So you have to work together to your predefined goal. As mentioned in the beginning, for whom is it? The target group is very wide. So, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. The target group is a very broad one. So it consists of pupils, teenagers, young adults, migrants. We also played it with migrants in the past. And in general, anybody who wants to learn more about the importance of savings. As mentioned, it is a very relatively easy game. Must be playable for children. And currently, this game exists in more than 15 languages. And among them are, for example, Armenian, Russian, Turkish, Uzbek, Ukrainian, Mongolian even. So we have a great variety. How long does the game take? Approximately 4 to 6 hours. So it is playable during one day, even though we got feedback that de-accelerating it onto 2 days is probably the better option. So the game consists of 1, 2, 3 main goals. And these are, first of all, to improve the quality of life of the participants and their families through the increased financial literacy that they will gain in a joyful way through this game. The second one, the keyword is to transfer here, to transfer this knowledge to everyday life situations and make better informed financial decisions. So basically taking what you have learned and trying to implement it in real life. And the third one is to ensure greater financial stability, which will hopefully happen in a sustainable way once the first 2 goals are accomplished. So in the end of this savings game, the objective is that every participant is able to answer the sentence for him or herself, to understand why, how, and when I do save. So this is just an overview about the board, how it looks like. It consists of, in the upper left corner, you see the rounds. I mentioned it's round-based. The entire left column actually is based on the rounds. So in every round, you and your team make decisions based on some of the event or consequence cards or family goal cards that you can draw during this game. It depends on which decisions you make. You usually have 2 to 3 decisions to make as a family, as a team together. And depending on how you decide, you either gain money, have more income, or maybe you have to spend and expenses are necessary. Well, in the end, all your actions have an impact on the quality of life. This is the tiny bar that you see on the very bottom. It says quality of life. And the aim of the game is, well, you compete usually with other groups, with other teams, to have the highest quality of life score. So this is usually done by fulfilling the family goals or making appropriate decisions. One word about the methodological approach. So we have one facilitator, one trained trainer who leads through this savings game and who prepares participants for everything they have to know to start the game. And then it follows the cycle logic. So we have 3 rounds. Usually we start doing something, we make decisions. Then we get feedback from the trainer and we reflect. And this reflected feedback leads to application of what we just learned. And this is the end of each round. So then the second round starts the same. We reflect, and we apply. And after the third round, the participants are hopefully in a situation where they can use this learned knowledge and implement it in real life. So you might want to ask now, what do we do during COVID-19? We can't play board-based games with 25 people. That is correct. And that's why we, as SBFIC in Armenia, we developed an online version based on Facebook. It is a bit easier, and of course, it doesn't consist of such a big game. But it was still playable very well. We had lots of people participating. You can see in the bottom, we had 14,000 people that we reached. And it depends on you if you want to give a prize or an award in the end for the winning team. It's basically a question and answer, a quiz. A second option would be the virtual savings game option. This is what we developed as SBFIC during this year as a COVID response, and it has proven to be a valuable tool. It's slightly different again because you would need Excel document, for example, at least one for calculations. So it is done slightly different, but not really more complicated. So these are 2 options to play this game during COVID-19 times or in general, digitally, remotely. Thank you very much for listening. Actually, I'm today replacing Rafi Ohanessian, the training expert. He is unfortunately not with us today. And if you want to reach out and find more information about this game, I will write the email address or my email address in the chat. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Lilith. It's really very interesting experience, and yeah, we would be really very happy to learn more about we've been heard previously about these games from also other countries. From Kyrgyzstan, we also know that they're also using these games. So that's, and I see now that our partners are also reaching out and using the game. We will be very happy to explore other opportunities for further cooperation in all other countries in our region. I have one question. From which age you are actually advising children to start playing this game? What's the minimum age?
So the Armenian Ministry of Education approved this game as official, how can I say, school material for pupils starting from secondary education. So if I'm not mistaken, this is 5th, 6th grade or 6th, 7th grade.
It's like 13, 14 years old, something like that.
Approximately, yes.
From 12 years to second
For
grade.
12 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We have a hand up and a question in the chat.
Yeah, we have a question that I think it's to Eric. How could we have access different versions of this game from? It's from Moldova question.
So usually we as SBFIC, we exist in different countries. So currently in approximately 50 countries. And this means for each of these countries, the respective country office is responsible for spreading it or for distributing it. In Moldova, we currently do not have a country office, but in our new project phase starting from 2021, there are, currently strong efforts to be undertaken to open one there. In the meantime, I could imagine, since we don't have it in Moldovan language, but English and Russian, I don't know if this might be an option. I would encourage you, or Armenian, but I would encourage you to reach out to Sparkassenstiftung SBFIC headquarters and ask if this is possible. So usually these people, they will answer within 1 or 2 days.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, Eric. Thank you for your time, for your participation, and very elaborated answers. So then,
we still have a hand up.
Still hand up. Okay, so Jamila. Yeah, Jamila, if you can ask the question, you can. So there is a question from Jamila. If there is possible to conduct this game in online format, I guess, Eric, if you can repeat it again, maybe probably it was the problem with translation because it's from
It is in general possible, and we had, together with participants from COAF, for example, just a few days ago, an upgrade on, well, trainers who were already trained in this. So this is a kind of virtual upgrade training. Currently, we're still in the translation of materials. We're still updating and integrating the feedback, but I think in a short time, it should be possible to play this game entirely online. And in Armenia, for example, we had teachers, social science teachers in the schools all over the country, and they have been trained online in the savings game by trained teachers, multipliers. So it is possible. We are currently just integrating the comments and recommendations from the feedback, and I think soon I can tell more about it.
Okay, thank you, Eric. Do we have still hands up? No, and question, yeah. So, okay, I would like to invite our next guest speaker, Gordana Vucinic, Regional Project Manager of the YEP project from Balkans country. Gordana, if you can hear.
Yes, Tatiana, I don't know, do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Gordana.
Because I'm working from home and internet connection, it's not as good, so maybe I will switch off the video while there is a presentation ongoing.
Yes, please let me know if you would like me to share.
Yes, if you could share, it would be better.
Yes, I will share now my screen, and you will tell me when I have to jump into the next slide.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah, can you? Oh, no, just a second.
And I'm apologizing to everybody if I may be breathing too hard, but I have a bit of flu, so
okay.
Sorry for that.
So, is it possible to see the screen?
Yes, we see it.
And we can also hear you, Gordana. Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, the YEP project, it's a regional project called Youth Empowerment Enabling Prospects, and it's implemented in 5 Balkan countries: Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Kosovo, North Macedonia, and Serbia. And our project started in 2019, so it means that we are kind of 1 year in the project implementation, having 2 more ahead of us. Our overall project goal is to improve employment prospects and active participation in the labor market of 1,600 vulnerable youth in targeted countries, and it's implemented through 3 sub-goals. I will not read through all of them, but first one, it's mainly focusing on strengthening the local actors. The second one is direct work with the vulnerable young people, whereas we as well are implementing Aflatoun's life skills and employability methodology. And the third one, it's very much focused on the advocacy and decision makers in supporting vulnerable young people. When it comes, the next slide, please. When it comes to our networking, I have kind of divided it where we are having the networking in different activities. And when we speak in a networking in the outreach to support vulnerable young people, I would say that one of very good tools that we're having in our project, it's partnership with the local civil society organizations, where we do provide the funding to 15 local CSOs. And with this approach, we definitely could reach bigger and wider geographical coverage to support disadvantaged young people. But the other hand, we are continuously networking with other NGOs in the region as well, especially when it comes to the complementing activities, supporting the same target group as well, trying to overcome any budget constraints that we might have in the project. So we are partnering a lot with the organization that that are providing professional courses, paid internships, and as well providing the grants for the startups to our target group. The other important topic when it comes to the networking and to outreach the most vulnerable young people is definitely cooperation with the state institutions, mainly because when we speak about the children in alternative care and the young people over there, we are directly working with the state institutions, but as well to reach the most vulnerable in the local community. For us, it's very important centers for social work. On the other hand, we have another examples where we had, for example, that the local governments have provided the training rooms to implement our methodology and to support young people to implement the training courses, which was extremely important, especially during the COVID-19 situation. If some of our local partners didn't have enough room to implement all the measures by the government regarding the 2 meters distance or whatsoever, it still enabled us to implement our activities. As well, the employment agencies who are very important for the sharing the open calls and referring our youth to the companies with regards to the employment. The third and important direct support that we have in implementation of our program refers to the private companies. During the implementation of the methodology through the providing motivational speakers, helping us with the CV reviews, but as well very important key stakeholder when it comes to the employment of the young people. But as well, we have a good examples where private companies were providing vocational trainings free of charge for our young people, as well scholarships for some of our young beneficiaries, which were extremely important. And on the other hand, during the COVID-19 situation, we had the situation that some of our young people became even more vulnerable by losing their business, fearing additional vulnerability risks. So we had good examples when the companies were providing hygiene and food items for the most vulnerable young people. As well, they provided the equipment for the young people to attend the online trainings and just maybe quickly additional one when they help the young person to retain the job. For example, I don't know, Dr. Edgar, who provided supplies for our beneficiaries to retain bakery or makeup services of the young people and self-employment. In the corner, I thought originally to not read it, but because of the translation, I have put in a clouds the statements from the young people that attended our trainings on the Aflatoun methodology and their quotes from there. I don't see it now because of the pictures in the corner, but maybe translators just can, I will give them a few seconds to translate in both languages.
I will read it loudly. So during the COVID time, that one, right, Gordana?
Yes.
Team was with me. I got the tablet and headphones, which arrived at the right time, and I could continue trainings. Team made my life better in many ways. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Serbia. The participant from Serbia.
Yes. Next slide, please.
Yes, yeah. Okay. Now so it's not jumping. Sorry. Sorry, that's my fault. That's my.
But I can keep talking while.
Just let me figure it out. Just 1 second.
Yeah, the next I wanted to discuss as well regarding the COVID situation and our approach when it came to the COVID situation in the region. Immediately in the April 2019, we as well started to provide online support to the young people. Of course, that required some changes in our approach comparing to the face-to-face. So the young youth were divided in smaller groups, but as well we did the adjustment of the methodology to the online learning. To be able to additionally support young people, we started development of the 16 videos as a handout on the methodology for the young people, since it was really hard to evaluate the progress when you compare it to the face-to-face. We organized the training for the online trainings, trainers, and for the people working directly with the young people, since the online learning was quite new in the region. But to reach the most vulnerable, and it was a specific need to not exclude them in the online training, so we did provide tablets and internet support. The tablets were on the loan basis, so we can reach as many as possible young people as well. And due to vulnerability of the young people, we increased the psychosocial support, organized the different webinars on the topics that were specifically with regards to their current situation when it comes to the stress and dealing with the negative emotions, etc. Additionally, we incorporated as well the training for young people to handle the online applications, so they have a sufficient capacity to participate in the trainings. And we provided health and protection items, and as I earlier said, for the most vulnerable, even the food packages, to be able to fill in the basic life needs. You can switch to the next one. When it comes specifically to the networking with CSOs, as I said, that really enabled us to have a geographical wider coverage and support the most disadvantaged young people beyond the cities where we are working, and as well to build a network and pool of knowledge, wider knowledge when it comes to the methodology itself, but as well having the local partners in the different cities in the country enabled us wider access to the private sector as well, and wider outreach to decision makers when it comes to the local language. In addition, what we learned when you are having strong partners in the project is as well that there is a lot of local knowledge that could help our better implementation of the project. For example, youth association who could really provide and strengthen our young people, training them to be stronger in their advocacy initiatives and the youth initiatives within the project. And as well, one of the examples that, for example, in Serbia, it was non-formal initiative of 4 CSOs during the COVID measures that leverage psychosocial support to the most vulnerable young people during the COVID first months of the COVID situation. And there is another quote.
Yeah, no one in my life has taken this much time to explain to me what I should do next in my life. Participants of 25 years old from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
That comes from one of our partner associations and their support. Another important component when it comes to the networking, you can switch to the next one. It refers to the capacity building itself. We really wanted.
Katana, may I ask you to be a little bit within the time?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So I will then just go quickly through this, but in generally what we did with promoted methodology, and try to make it a more local ownership through the national contextualizations, as well with trained experts working with the young people directly within the state institutions on a country level, and as well with a partnership, as I said, we are unable to have immediately 20 trainers working directly with the young people. So I will finish with this slide. You can read the quote.
Yeah, it was the quote also from participants from Albania. It was one of the most beautiful things that happened to me these days. I really like the group work, the spirit of collaboration and activities during the trainings. Participants from Albania during quarantine time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next, you can switch to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for the networking, when it comes to the advocacy initiatives, it's not possible without the networking, but one of our goals is to develop concrete recommendations for actions to combat youth unemployment. And we envisioned a set of activities such as roundtables, regional conferences, best practices exchange events, but parallelly and very important for us, it's to strengthen the young people through strengthening the youth initiatives and building their advocacy capacities. So we have a strong voice of the youth participation within our project.
Next.
Maybe we can skip this one and just go on the last one. I will just mention several things that we find out very important when it comes to the regional project and the regional approach. The lessons learned that we have, one of them, it's a flexibility, especially when we face the COVID-19 situation. Like it was earlier said, we never considered to stop the project. We just tried to find the ways how to improve the project. And I already explained in 19 COVID measures. But on the other hand, we learned that networking, it's ongoing process and it's happening in all the phases. And when you're implementing such a complex project, of course, it cannot be done unless it's all the stakeholders in the community involved. And the active youth participation and capacity building, it's more important. And I will finish with the quote, the last one.
Yeah. In the beginning, I thought it is a +1 training for me. Now I realize that it's not a training, it's my life experience. And a younger participant, 16 years old from North Macedonia. Thank you, Gordana. Thank you very much for your presentation and for sharing your experience. I will stop sharing now my screen. Sharing your experience of the networking and collaboration between the sub-region in our big region. So we are so we are a little bit over time now, but I think we will hear now the last presentation about the work with the most vulnerable children in Slovakia, and then we will do the very short break and we will back to the Partners app. So Jan, if you can, if you can, we can.
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Thank you very much, Tatiana. I see Julia going on for almost an hour, so I'll try to really keep it short. We work in Slovakia with 10 kindergartens, and we have about 600 children who have been going through Aflatoun training. And also from the presentations of Gordana and Jelena, I think also Eric, I feel that the most important element of Aflatoun is not just the financial side of it, but especially the human one. The quote from Bosnia Herzegovina: "Nobody has ever spent so much time with me like you guys." So I think in this very strange COVID time, it is important that we somehow keep almost the physical touch with the people who we work with. In our case, it was the delivery of a humanitarian. No, I wouldn't call it humanitarian. It was more of a hygienic supplies and school supplies to the affected communities, because many times the municipalities did not have any access to hygienic products like towels, the disinfection and stuff like that. On top of that, our teachers would go to these Roma settlements who actually, some of them were quarantined. So there was the whole humanitarian aid going on there. So they felt that the very important part of Aflatot was the teachers would come to the parents and give them and empower them that actually it's you, the parents, who are crucial part of education. It's not just us, the teachers. So I think that even if you have strict measures how you can actually be with other people, it is important that we all in this talk think about not just online education, but that we keep the element of closeness, the physical and human closeness with each other. In Slovakia, and I'm sure the experience goes across all the countries, the number of calls of teenagers on helplines went and to talk about suicide went from 2 calls a day to 15 calls a day. Number of women calling about domestic violence in Slovakia went from March of 3 times higher than previous to March of this year. So there is a lot of tension in families. There is an increase in drug abuse, alcohol abuse. So I think it is important that we all, as teachers, trainers, activists, remain supporters of our communities we work with. And that's what I feel that it's the mission of Aflatoun, not just the educational part, but especially the one which gives the human dimension to what we do in that work. So I don't want to keep you away from at least a small toilet break, and I don't want to keep Julia from basically be quiet for 5 minutes so that she can take a break, and we'll be back with each other in what let's say 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for being here with us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan. Yeah, we are. So you should not log out. You just can stay, probably switch off your screen and just have a 5 minutes break. And we are going to back to the common session in 5 minutes. Yeah, that depends. In 20 minutes, whatever hour you have now in your country, that depends per country where you are.
So that's in, I have 12, so we should be back 12:20, right?
12:20 in Amsterdam, but for example,
Right.
in Ukraine, in Central
Thank
Asia,
you.
it's like 1:20, 2:20. Yeah, so it's like 20 minutes up to the current hour. Yeah, a break. we are gathering back, I guess. That's the okay. I still can't see the Julia, but she's the most exhausting person in the she's there, our helper, our Julia, is most exhausting person in the whole conference. Yeah, for us it's so she's mentioned that she would like to apologize for the poor translation of two presentation. The sound of quality was very poor. So the request for all speakers who is going to speak further, to speak as slowly as possible and as clear as possible, so that it would be then it would be the better option for the translation. As I said, for us, it's also the first such huge meeting in a Zoom, and it's also for us the first experience with the two languages. So we are learning also a lot, and for the next regional meetings, we are going maybe to reorganize agenda a little bit, that we will be able to have more breaks, or we will ask to have more interpreters that they will be able to switch. So learning process. I would like to
Юлия, включите микрофон.
Okay, can everybody hear? Okay, Yulia, you switch on the microphone. So now the Russian group also can hear. Can hear the presentation. One more time, reminder how to switch on the language. I will show one more time this picture. So just reminder for switching on the language. Down in your screen, you will find this interpretation sign, and then please choose either English or Russian. And so you will be able to hear in one of the languages. Okay, I'm stop sharing the screen. So I hope it works now for everybody. So our next point in agenda, that's the presentation and launching of the Partners app. Partners app, this is the platform, Aflatoun platform for the partners, for the teachers, for the educators. This is the place for all of us to communicate in more efficient way. We will be able, so it's not only communication between partners and the secretariat and other way around, but that's also the platform where all of you will be able to share your experience and probably ask for advice, tell how the program is implementing in your country, what you're doing in your particular school, and so on, so on. So we are launching this platform for all regions, for all over the world. Definitely we understand that a lot of issues with the languages. The main platform is going to be in English, but it's our regional platform. We will try to keep it double language, English and Russian. So, and that's how we are trying to engage as much people as possible, and also to evaluate that probably not for everybody is going to be easy to communicate in English. I would like to give a floor to, so what we are going to do now, Diana will make a short presentation on how platform is working and what features, it's very modern world, what we can do in there. And then she will also explain how you can join the platform, what the procedure of joining the platform. Yeah, Diana, please.
Thank you, Tatiana. Well, welcome everyone again. I am very happy to officially introduce you to the partner platform. We have been working on it for a few months, and we're very happy with what we have so far. This is a space for everyone to connect, engage, and share. Just to give you a little bit of the background about the app, we think that in this space, we can have casual interactions between partners, teachers, stakeholders, without needing to send emails back and forth. It is also a space where you can very easily find all of the Aflatoun information and documentation. It will also help you to create partner communities, depending on your interests and what topics you work on or anything you have in common. You can share best practices and lessons learned from everyone. And it is also a very easy and fun way to communicate with each other. So let me just show you how it looks like. Just a second, change the screen. I hope you can all see it now. What we mean by a space, it's this is a space online that you can find either through your internet browser, but you can also download the app on your mobile phone and bring it with you everywhere. This space is through a third party called Mighty Networks. If you download the Mighty Networks app on your phone and you search for Aflatoun, you will find this space. And if you see it right now, this looks kind of like social media in general, right? You can see the basic feed where you can find what other people are sharing. You can give likes or share articles. You can also comment. You can share pictures. You can add links, files, videos. If you want to add anything to the conversation, you can just share whatever you want, including even like polls and questions. And this is a very fun and easy way to communicate. If we go through the rest of the app, you can click on Discovery, where you can find interesting things that you might want to read about. This is the welcome part where we share more information about the app. We have also divided our articles into topics. So if you're looking for certain information regarding the curricula, you can go to the curricula topic, and there you will find what you're looking for. We have also divided information in regions. This is because we have many languages in the network. So if you are looking for stuff in Spanish, then you might want to go to America Latina y el Caribe. But we also have a space for Europe, where you can find stuff in English and in Russian for now. You can also find the top posts, which most people like or comment on. You can also find members and members near you, which is a really cool functionality if you're looking for people close by. And you can also see the events that have been scheduled near you. You can also click on members and see everyone in the network. You can, again, find the ones who are near you, but you can also see who is online at the moment. So you can quickly message them privately if you'd like. If we go to topics and curricula, for example, we can find all the different articles. Oh, wait.
Diana?
Yeah?
Can we please write down in the chat how to find the platform?
Yes, I will send that information in a bit.
Okay, thank you.
What was I saying? Yeah, so if we go to topics, you can click on the different topics and find information about each one of them. So if you're looking for something specific, that's a way to search for it, but you can also search in this bar over here. So if you're the kind of person who likes just to search like a Google search, you can do it here, but you can also go to topics and find information there. You can also go to the events and see everything that's going on soon. You can also click on affiliations, and here we have been dividing all our members through their affiliations in organizations. But we can also create different types of affiliations, for example, teachers or teachers in Anglophone Africa. And this will make it easier for you to find people who are interested or doing the same things that you are doing, either on your region or on the rest of the world. We also have divided, as I mentioned before, regions, different regions. If you go to a specific region, then you can see the information in your language. For example, here in Europe and Central Asia, we've started, again, thanks to Julia, we've started to translate everything to Russian, so you can find also the information that you need on your language. And you can also see the different topics and buttons on your region. So again, if we go to curricula, we can see the different curricula and find all the documents that we need. And you can also click on events and see all the events that are upcoming in your region. So this is a pretty cool way to connect with each other. It is very important that we all participate on it, because it's not just about the Aflatoun International headquarters sending information to you, but it's about reaching out to everyone. It's about finding the information that you need. It's about improving the communication between our partners and understanding and learning from each other. There are many different things that we can do here, and it is a live space that we will build together as a network. One of the other options that we've been looking at is, for example, creating online courses within this app. And we've had some very successful courses online so far. And basically, we can just do whatever we want as a network on this space. So we will send an invitation to all of you to share, if you to log into the network. If you don't receive the invitation, you can also search for it on Mighty Networks and look for Aflatoun. I will share the link on the chat and show you how to do it on the chat. And that's it. If anyone has any questions, comments, let me know.
Okay, so the first question was the couple of questions which we can combine in one question. It's how to download the platform. The answer Diana is already gave. There is going to be the invitation to join, and at the same time, now in the chat, Diana will write down what you have to download on your laptop or your telephone. And in this platform, you have to look for Aflatoun. That's the one way to find the platform, and another way to get an invitation.
We'll share a link with you also that you can.
Yeah, that's the answer for the first question. So it's coming now in the chat. So if you open the chat, so in a couple of minutes, you will be able to see what you have to search for. And then, yeah, so it's already here in the chat. I can see it. Diana, the next question. Can partners or participants of the platform upload any events themselves, or it's going to be via the office.
We can all share, yes, we can all share events, we can all share articles, we can all share information. Of course, it is important that we all stick to the rules of sharing, of sharing and communicating in a proper way, of like being civil and respectful, and of course sharing information that is important to the network. But we can all share events, we can all share articles and documents.
Yeah. So that's, I think all of us, we will start learning how to use this platform soon and how to communicate. Yeah, thank you for introducing, that's also the comment. Yeah, I think we will start to learn. You can also now, while Diana is scrolling her screen, you can see that we already started adding the partners and information about the partners in the platform. So that's also the good tool that we will learn also from each other on a horizontal point. So what organization, as we see a lot of organization doing a lot of projects, working with the different target groups, and to learn, we have a lot of organization working with the early childhood education, a lot of organization working with the youth, and these horizontal connections with the partners, let's say with the same interest. It's a little bit strange to hear, to say, but with the same vision and with the same project, that's something which we are also encouraging all of you to be there. So that's the point of being active, being proactive, and to connect with each other and learn and see what news happens there.
Indeed, and just one last thing, once you join the network app, please go to your profile and add as much information as possible about yourself so that we can connect to each other in a better way. You can add what, like introduce yourself, tell a little bit more about you, mention which topics are interesting to you, what you want to learn more about, so that when other people find you in the app, we can all know what our interests are.
Thank you. So now we have a couple of minutes of our time, and we are starting the questions, answers from everything what might interest you. So I see one of the question from Leila. If there is any digital Aflatoun resources that we can use for reaching children online. Yes, indeed, we have a digital curricula, which is aimed for the children starting with the secondary school from 12, 13 years old. So this curricula, we are going to, so we've been sharing a couple of times information about that one. And next session, which is going to be the 18th of November, we are going to focus a lot on the curricula. And among others, we are going to focus on our two new curricula, the Afla Youth, which is the curriculum for the young adults, aiming to increase skills in the social, financial literacy, employability, and entrepreneurship, and digital curriculum. So this is the something which we are going to present again to the network partners, that you will be aware how you can use these two. So I see that the people already joined the platform. So please, more questions. If you please write down questions in a chat. Questions, comments as well, some thoughts, or just raise the hands if you would like to share something. Please welcome. I see that some reaction from some reaction and some up going to the in a how to download the app. I guess you should, that's the question. I guess you should try to go through to this link, right, Diana, and download it.
The link is to join the app, the link that I shared. To download the app on your phone, you can either search for Mighty Networks on the Apple Store or on the, like, wherever you download every app. Search for Mighty Networks. I will spell it here. And then you can find Aflatoun, search for Aflatoun International. Within the app, if you go to the browser right now, we have an explanation of how to text yourself the app to download it. So I will share that with you too.
No, yeah. So the link is for open it on a laptop, and Mighty Networks, it's now mentioned in the chat, this platform, that's for downloading it in your telephone. And I see another question. Is it going to be the Russian speaking version? The old platform, the general page, it's in English, but at the same time, you can type in there in Russian, and then people who are able to read it, they will react in Russian. So it's possible. There is no harm if you type it in Russian, there is no go. So it's possible, you can do that. At the same time, the regional page, it's bilingual. So then it's English and Russian. A general page, it's English, and you probably will see also the people from different other regions that type in their respective language. It's the either Arabic or Spanish and French, so there is variety of it. So yeah, that's possible. Are you going to show something, Diana?
Yes, I just wanted to quickly show you how to download the app. If you're already in the browser right now, if you go to About, it's a bit slow.
Cristian, vin ca ești învați cum scaciati, nu știu, și vin și te ascult, Oleg.
Okay, we can hear someone speaking.
Știi?
Okay. So someone forgot to mute the microphone.
Yeah, my internet is a bit slow, but if you click on About in your browser, you will find on the bottom of the screen where it says text me the app. If you text yourself the app, you will receive the link on your phone to download the application on your phone.
I think then it's look like we are trying to do it as much look like the normal social media platform as it possible. So, but just for our community, for text the app, yeah. So I think we are pretty on time. We have very productive work now. It's from one part, as I said, that's very complicated to be engaged online, but the privilege of getting this meeting online, that we have such broad audience with us and so many people are able to listen and participate, ask the question, and learn from each other. So I guess that's the most important what we can get from our network, from our experience. While we are doing the summing up, the wrapping of our first session. I would like to thank you, all of you, for participation. Before we're finishing, we are going to make the nice picture. Unfortunately, it's not possible to make a picture of all 100, almost 20 participants, because the screen allows to see only 25 faces. But I'm asking to all of us, if it's possible, please switch on the camera, and Diana, can you please make a photo of all of us? I would like to remind that in upcoming months, in November and December, as well, another meetings. We will have a meeting 18th of November at the same time, where we will discuss curricula, innovation of curricula. We will have probably a couple of presentations from partners and with their innovations. And then on 25th of November, we will have another session focusing on the national integration and cooperation with the governments, for governments, and the national integration and how to reach as much children as possible and scale up the program. Do we have a photo already?
I've been taking some screenshots, but it would be nice to have a picture with as many people as possible with their cameras and also smiling. So I will count to 3. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to all speakers, to all your contribution, to share your experience for delivering social and financial literacy to your target groups in these very complicated circumstances when we are now. It's very much appreciated, and that's something which is really inspiring and making us to go to the home office every day and to work and to move forward. Thank you very much. I would like to thank Diana, and I really would like to thank to Julia for this incredible job which she's doing. It's amazing. Thank you very much. And probably Jan, if you would like to say the final words, please.
Thank you so much, Tatiana. Absolute great thanks to everyone participating. We will see each other in 2 weeks, I hope. Thank you for a great new tool we can all use now and have a better access to the new knowledge we can share across the countries. And, just survive, stay safe, and just keep your spirits high, because that's what we all need, I guess. So thanks again for organizing this, Diana, Tatiana, and Julia. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Have a good evening. Have a good midday. Depends on where you are now. And all the best to all of you and your families. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Дякуємо, до побачення.
До побачення.
До побачення.
До побачення.
Всем спасибо, было всем интересно за ваш труд, и за организацию, и за платформу. Всех рада были видеть.
Спасибо всем.
До побачення.
Спасибо всем. До свидания. До
До свидания.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks a lot.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
У меня включилась пожарная сигнализация.
Я включила пожарная сигнализация. Слушай, ну молодец, супер.
Мы потом обговорим,
Да,
как нам
да,
потом
я-
это все обсудить. Я устала через буквально 25 минут, а мне нужна будет пауза в следующий раз. И связь очень
Да.
плохая, шум,
Мгм.
нечеткое произношение. Я не знаю, как меня было слышно, правда?
Я была хорошо слышно, когда, ну, то есть я тебя же не слышу, там не
Мгм.
слышу, а вот
Мгм.
я тебя очень хорошо слышала.
Окей, потому что у меня было 2-3 презентации, когда вот такое, как звук,
Мгм.
как в ведре.
Мгм, мгм.
Вот.
Да, но я думаю, что все-таки надо 2 человек.
Девочки, выключайтесь, а то весь разговор ваш слышно.
Когда тебя можно набрать?
Прямо сейчас.
Ага, давай я тебе в Teams, я сейчас тебя сейчас в этом наберу, в мессенджере.
Давай.
Давай. Мгм. I'm switching off.